This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
So if you have a question about natural remedies, a question about your health, whoa, that one, Atlanta has a lot of static. Okay, so I couldn't go into Atlanta. So if you have a question or a comment or a topic, unmute your mic, press the star key 2 times, and that unmutes your mic. And then you can ask your question. Atlanta has a lot of static coming out of Atlanta. Do you have a question? Do you have a topic?
I have a question. Yes, I have a question.
Okay, so you are over my telephone, and which is kind of confusing. What is your question?
What kind of natural remedy for these allergies, this polyps?
For polyps.
Yeah.
For polyps, okay? And you're calling out of the California area, is that right?
Hearing the conference.
Oh, from Atlanta.
Oh, you're calling from Atlanta. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Brother, I'm here. This is Sister Kashaki. I'm not for sure. I think we've got some technical difficulties going on Dr. Truman's end.
Can you hear me?
Today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Okay. Hold on.
I'm good.
Just a minute.
Glad you could join us.
Okay.
Sounds like we've
Please
ran
join
into
us
some kind of
over
difficulty
Uber
with something.
conference.
Maybe he's trying to get it fixed.
Because I
was just
will answer your question.
You know, if you want to mute out or something for a couple minutes, get you something to drink or something.
Please call the telephone number 503-606-6064.
What's your name?
And I will answer your question.
My name is Derek.
Thank you. I have to go off this
Derek,
line
how are you?
now.
Where are you calling from?
From Missouri. I'm in Kansas right now, but I'm from North Carolina.
Okay. Well, praise the Most High. This your first time joining in?
Oh, yeah, it's first time with conference, but
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Derek. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I've been I've been baptized with Gathering Christ Church since 2012.
Okay, yeah, I got baptized in 2013.
Okay.
That's great.
We have solved our problem of echoes coming out of...
all praise to the Most High.
Y'all hear? Hello?
Okay, welcome to Discoveries in Health. And it's Bishop Dr. Truman Burst and our special guest, Kashakia, Sister Kashakia. And we're going to talk about, we were talking about menopause and women's health issues last time. And when Sister Kashakia is ready, we're going to resume doing that.
I'm here, Doctor. Give me about 15 minutes, and then I shall be ready. I'm trying to dig out my literature and some information because I'm on the road and route. So in about 15 minutes, if anyone has any questions or anything they would like to target towards you, then in about 15 minutes, I should be ready.
Okay, that's what we'll do. In 15 minutes, we will be talking about women's health and menopause and other health issues. That's going to happen in about 15 minutes. In the meantime, we had a question out of Atlanta. And the question was, wait a minute, I got an echo here again. And for some reason or another, that's interesting. So I'll leave that. I'll just leave that like that. I'll open this one. There we go. So I'm opening up some microphones here. And And
And
roll.
roll.
And
Yeah,
there
there
we
we
go.
go.
And the
The
question that someone had for me
uh,
was,
Goodbye.
what is the natural remedies for polyps?
not pollen, P-O-L-L-E and pollen.
P-O-L-L-N? Oh, pollen.
P-O-L-L-E, yeah.
Yeah, pollen. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, if there is, then we're talking about allergies. So I'm going to go ahead over on the herbalhealthreview.com website, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab the allergies report, and I'm going to take a look at that because that's herbalhealthreview.com. herbalhealthreview.com, and I'm clicking on allergies, and we're going to take a look at an allergy report. And I've got screen capture on my computer here, so we're making a video of this, and the video will be ready next week, and you'll be looking at what I'm looking at because I'm looking at an allergy report that tells us about the fact that allergies plague millions of people, and many only get marginal relief from drugs, which can also have frustrating side effects. Natural remedies, however, often have fewer side effects and can combat the allergic reactions to plants, such as the notorious pollen and ragweed. Now, a few minor lifestyle changes can also go a long way toward keeping the symptoms under control, and that's another report on that website, herbalhealthreview.com, and herbalhealthreview.com, and that report is called Make Lifestyle Changes. And I'm going to mute the mic because we all of a sudden got a lot of background noise, so I did that. And so Make Lifestyle Changes is going to give you a roadmap on how to be healthier. Last week I had the flu so bad I could hardly speak. This week I'm well. And the reason why is because I'm drinking colloidal silver water and taking lots of natural remedies. So I'm able to continue working. I worked all the time that I had the flu, and I'm getting well because I know what to do, and I'm able to work at the same time. And I work hard. When I take a break, I go out in the kitchen and scrub the floor, or wash the dishes, or start a meal. So that's how I take a break. I'm one of those kind of people that has to stay busy, has to be doing something. And even when I'm sick, that's the way it is. So I'm over that now. But anyway, we're talking about how to get rid of the allergies. Well, the main thing is the glands, the glandular systems. There's a gland rejuvenator. And this gland rejuvenator herbal tincture extract stimulates and strengthens the spleen, the pancreas, the thyroid, the endocrine system, the heart, all at the same time. And we got people talking in the mic. I'm going to close that so that we give them their privacy while they're speaking, and you can hear what I'm saying. So now that gland rejuvenator, that's gonna help a lot, because we find that when you have allergens, your glands aren't able to function very well, especially the lymphatic glands. So a gland rejuvenator, about a teaspoon of that 3 times a day. and go through a bottle of it, and you'll see that will help. Then there's an allergies relief herbal tincture extract that you can take 30 drops underneath the tongue 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day if you have to in allergy season, because the allergies relief herbal formula, the gland rejuvenator, oh, that's number 1196. Number 1196 is the gland rejuvenator, but the allergies relief formula is 1012, and it's a combination of herbs that help to fight allergies. It includes bayberry bark, echinacea, wild cherry bark, yarrow, golden seal root, and cayenne. And then there's the hay fever. If you've got hay fever symptoms, well, there's a special herbal formula that works specifically on hay fever, number 1231. And another thing that we find when there is a problem with pollen and allergies is that the gut needs friendly acidophilus, because most people don't have enough friendly bacteria in their stomach. So we make sure you get a high-tech acidophilus powder, because the normal healthy colon contains friendly bacteria, about 85% lactobacillus and 15% coliform bacteria. And it's the friendly bacterial flora found in yogurt, but the yogurt has dairy, and the dairy will clog you up, so it's a bad way to get your acidophilus. Some people digest it okay, and a lot of people don't, and some people start out digesting it just fine, and later they don't know why they can't eat yogurt anymore, but they finally reach their tolerance of dairy product. This bacteria, this friendly bacteria, it's essential to the digestive system. And that acidophilus, that's you can get it in a capsule or you can get it in a powder. I like it in the powder because it's less money and it works just great, and it has no taste. So a little bit off the spoon this morning, and I had my number 4675 acidophilus powder, or number 2030 acidophilus capsules. Anyway, it helps to get rid of bloating and flatulence and constipation and malabsorption of nutrients. So acidophilus is very important. And you can't get too much, but you can get too little. So acidophilus powder, acidophilus capsules. And then the other thing, when there is a problem with allergies and fighting off that pollen, we find that the body needs calcium and magnesium, and so that is I take 3 calcium magnesium tablets before bed. That's the best time to take it. You absorb it. Also gets rid of leg cramps at night, and provides you it helps maintain your bone density and strong fingernails, and still got some hair left there and so forth when you're using the nice bones, calcium and magnesium, number 2455. And then there's MSM powder, which helps to rejuvenate all the joints and body cells in your body. Yeah, lessens the pain and the stiffness of arthritis and boosts your energy levels. So that's why I had a big tablespoon of MSM powder this morning, and I'll have another one in the afternoon with food and another one in the evening, and that keeps your skin young, no wrinkles, and when you work out, you're not sore. So MSM powder, yes, that's what they give to expensive racehorses so they can race them longer, harder, and they recover faster. MSM powder. 1 tablespoon 3 times a day will change your body. And bee pollen. Now, if you haven't, bee pollen is just loaded with energy. The most perfect food on the planet. So if you want an energy blast, then take bee pollen. If you've never taken bee pollen before and you're not sure whether you can handle the bee pollen, start with 1 granule of bee pollen and put it in a glass of water. Stir it up and take a sip. And then wait a little while. If there's no a problem with the bee pollen, you take another sip and another sip, and after you've waited an hour or so, and all of a sudden, then you can drink the whole glass because bee pollen is a superfood, and it will just give you stamina, endurance. It will break allergies and get rid of them. If you just start using a little bit at a time and increasing it till you're able to take a tablespoon of it. And that's how to take bee pollen. But there are a lot of things that we can do when there is allergies, like grapefruit seed extract. Works against viruses, bacteria, fungi, and molds, and parasites, and E. coli, and strep, and staph, and salmonella. Grapefruit seed extract is just powerful. It's just powerful in those areas, and good against candida albicans infections when you didn't have enough acidophilus and the bad guys called candida took over, and then you need that grapefruit seed extract to wipe them out, start over, and be sure to take your acidophilus powder. Now, cysteine is a detoxifier. It will detoxify you even if you've had it's a great remedy for hangovers because it will detoxify you. And it's an amino acid. You take it on an empty stomach. And it's for respiratory illness. It's for immunity. It's for cell growth. And the L-cysteine amino acid is essential for the formation of skin and hair. So it'll improve your skin and it'll improve your hair growth. L-cysteine. We're talking about number 2335. Oh, and that grapefruit seed extract, that's the L-cysteine, 2335. The grapefruit seed extract, number 4745. The bee pollen, that was number 5071. The MSM powder was number 4815. And the Intramax, oh yeah, you have the greatest multiple vitamin on the planet is called Intramax. Over 415 organic ingredients, and it's a liquid, and it's awesome. So that is the best you can get, and it's number 2302. And take lots of vitamin C when you have allergies. And we're talking about 4,000 milligrams 2 or 3 times a day, and that is going to be major. Also, there's quercetin, because it has quercetin is a vitamin that has a strong safety record and can be very helpful with pollen allergies. And it does take 7 to 14 days of quercetin to reach the full effect. And turmeric, because it's an anti-inflammatory. B-complex, because it calms the nervous system. Panax ginseng, because it does everything. It helps the sinuses. It helps everything. There is quercetin. Oh, well, let's go back up here. Vitamin C, that's number 2277. Quercetin is number 2515. Turmeric. Everybody is talking about curcumin, turmeric, because it's so anti-inflammatory. Be sure and get some in your diet. Turmeric, number 3890. The B complex is number 2080. Panax ginseng, where I've combined 6 forms of ginseng: American ginseng, Chinese ginseng, Korean ginseng, and even Brazilian ginseng. All of these are all together, and it's number 3415. That is a powerhouse of energy. Then there's a sinus lung congestion formula number 1390, and that will get rid of a sinus lung congestion problem, unless you've got a full-blown inflammation up in the sinuses and so forth. Then you want the number 1390 sinus lung congestion internally, and a antiseptic sinus wash, where you can put this in a neti pot, or you can dilute it with some colloidal silver water and snort that up into the sinuses a little bit at a time, so it's not uncomfortable, and say goodbye to any sinus infection. That's how well that works. That's the oils are very important. The omega-3, EPA, DHA, you want plenty of those, and that's number 2460. That is how to get rid of allergies, and it works. So there we are, and that leaves the lines open. We did answer your question there in Atlanta. And does anyone else have a question? You can unmute your mic when you press the star key 2 times. Well, I take a sip of water. Colloidal silver water. And I'm unmuting the mics. Does anybody have a question? Does anybody have a topic that they want to talk about? And go ahead. Yes, Janice. Yes, go ahead. I'm Raleigh, Marietta, Atlanta. Let's see here. We got Google Hangout. Don't hang up on that. And that'll help. And there we go. That helped a lot, I'm sure. Okay, and I'm unmuting the mics and talking to myself here at the same time. And I am wondering if Joseph is on the line. Joseph, are you there? We have in Florida. Joseph happened to join us here today because Joseph called me from Florida. Are you there? I was wondering if Joseph in Florida had joined us today, because he called me yesterday, and Joseph was telling me yesterday that he no longer has cancer. They took him off of all of his medications, his high blood pressure, and about 2 or 3 other medications he was on as well, because his cancer cleared up in about a month. And so I was wondering, and Joseph said that he might be able to join us here today, but I don't see that he was able to make it. But anyway, I really love to hear when people are getting the results, and we hear it all the time. But it's music to my ears, and to hear somebody say, "I don't have cancer anymore, and I don't have high blood pressure, or diabetic symptoms, or any," and that's a glory to the Most High. All praises to the Most High, that these, and because the Most High is doing the healing. I'm not doing the healing. The herbs are the tools that the Most High uses, because that's the Most High's medicine. Yes, go ahead. You have a question? Okay. All right, Sister Kashakia, it's been 15 minutes. And
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to find my phone. It's sitting somewhere underneath all of my things. So I'm here.
okay, all right. And are you ready to talk about women's health issues?
Yes, I am. I'm here. I've narrowed something down because I was writing and kind of got stuff all over the place and sleeping. So I'm probably going to maybe be about 20 minutes today, and I'm going to turn it over to you. But I am absolutely ready.
All right.
Just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining us today on another show of natural remedies for health and herbs. It's always a pleasure to come here and be able to share different topics, different ideas about, different herbals and health. And just want to say to whoever that brother is that you were trying to ask, was he on the line? Just wanted to say congratulations and all praise to the Most High for that testimony, because that is truly a testimony of me being a cancer survivor myself. I understand, the battle that he was enduring, and I'm so glad to hear that he's completely off all his medication and he's doing good and he's cancer free. So I don't know if he's on the line, but if you get a chance to talk with him, just that I let him know I said all praise to the Most High for that testimony. Hopefully he'll be able to come and share his story with us. My name is Patricia. I come here every week with a different topic, and like I said, I too am a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with cancer in the year 2012, and by 2013, I was diagnosed probably around August, I think it was, and I went through CAT scanning, all of that kind of stuff, trying to find out exactly what type of cancer did I have, what degree, what stage, all that kind of stuff. And so by the time they found it, I was almost to a stage 4 of anal cancer, which is a part of colon. So either way you want to look at it, colon cancer or anal cancer, but that's where I had been diagnosed with a malignant tumor. And so I did have a little bit of radiation and chemo that was done to undergo what I knew at that time as treatment. The product that I'm going to share today, I've been using it for over a decade now, but there was a time in my life when I got off of this product for a little bit, about a year, not really understanding the importance of cellular nutrition like I have the understanding now. So it took me having to go through, my misery to end up with my ministry. And so this is how I came to be able to work with people and share information with people on nutrition and how to eat healthy and people that are looking for a more holistic approach. And so this ministry kind of birthed from my own pain. And so after about a month and a half to 2 months, give or take, I'm not really quite for sure because I was still waiting on a biopsy procedure to be done. So it could have even been a shorter time, but during that time frame is when I was saturating my body with a product that I talk about along with HGE called Tahitian noni juice, or our sister product called MAC. And so when I went to have that biopsy done in January of 2012, I was cancer free. And so I've had more biopsies done since then. I'm still cancer free. And so all praise to the Most High for the Holy Spirit, the rock that was, there to heal me, and my faith in Yeshua, his son, and also just being able to saturate my body so I could help my body, because faith without works is dead. So even though I had faith, I had to apply works. I had to rebuild my body all back up again and put all of the good things back into it that Satan had sold out of it, which has to do a lot with nutrients. And so this month, I started talking last week about menopausal problems and issues with menopause, just precisely dealing with women, understanding that women are totally different, all the way from how they came into creation to, Adam's rib. Especially I'm 42 years old, most time willing I'll be 43 in May. And so after my own journey and it's just different research on top of research, I understand that once a woman reaches over 40, he has specific nutritional needs that have to be met at that age that are not like someone that's 19 or 20, 25, things like that. And so that's what made me start this journey. We have different body parts than what a man has. And so not saying that a man can't jump on the bandwagon and still benefit from the nutrition. But this will take a little time all this month and maybe going into next month to just really talk about different issues. update that I'm a mother. Eventually, probably next week or the week after, I'm going to start talking about infertility, childbirthing, birth defects, things like that. What's all of this stuff and how is it linked in to not having the right minerals and nutrients and things like that. So I usually always start off talking about what is the definition of food. And I always use this out of the Bible dictionary. Anyone can pull it up and read it in their own spare time. But it gives us a foundation according to the Most High on what is food. You know, we use the word fast, we always hear food, but what is it? What are we just chewing down like it's going up? You know, we're chewing on something, but what is it? So when you look at the word food in the Zion Bible Dictionary, it tells us that it's a nutritive material that's taken into a living organism, you know, to be able to repair the tissues or the growth of it.
Whoa. Oops, I lost her. We lost Kashakia. All right. I'm sure she'll come back in again. While she is gonna dial back in, I know she will. But while she's doing that, let's take a look at what is food, and looking at the definition of food. So we're going to do that, and we're going to bring that right over into our screen capture. We're making a video of this conference, and she's back now. Okay, we lost you there for a moment, Sister Kashaki. Are you back? And I hear her there. Oh, okay, come on. Well, maybe not. Okay, I thought she was back in again, but maybe not. All right. So, what is the definition of food? It's any substance consumed to provide nutritional support for the body. It's usually of plant or animal origin, and it contains essential nutrients such as fats, proteins, vitamins, or minerals. The substance food is ingested by an organism and assimilated by the organism's cells to provide energy, maintain life, and stimulate growth. And historically, people have secured food through two methods: hunting and gathering, and also agriculture as well. Sister Kashakia, let me know when you are back, because we lost her, but that's okay. She'll be back. Anyway, historically, people secured food through two methods: hunting, gathering, and also agriculture. That's three. And today, the majority of the food energy. There we go. Hello. She came back in again and out again. I think she's having trouble there. But I'm sure she'll come back in again. And we're talking about the definition of food. Go ahead. Did you have something to say? Hello? Okay. So we're talking about the definition of food. What is it? And how do we get it? And today the majority of food energy required by ever-increasing population of the world is supplied by the food industry. And in America, we treat our farmers like dirt. And our government steals their land, their cattle. They call it the Bureau of Land Management. It should be the Bureau of Land Management Theft, because that's what they do. And then there's food safety and food security, and these are monitored by agencies like the International Association for Food Protection and the FDA, which is not really there to protect the food supply. They're there to protect the pharmaceutical industry so that they can continue to poison you with chemical drugs and make zillions of dollars.